We very often have patients that are symptomatic, and one of the things that we always learn to do is if they have a problem on their left side, it's really important to have a sense of what they're doing on the right side of their body, to have a sense of what their normal is. And so when you assess their hip or knee or ankle, you want to know whether they have a tendency towards hypermobility, and so you keep that in mind when you're assessing damaged area. And it's the same thing with PDTR. There is an expectation for a normal response. And so what we mean by that is if I get Jack to lie down, and I test, once again, his quad muscle. Let's just test that. And yet, I'm not checking for his strength. I'm checking for the integrity of his reflexes. And that's the big difference. When people think about muscle testing, they think that we're testing for strength. But we're really not. What we're doing is actually establishing whether the nervous system can create a reflex in order to respond to the environment. And in this case, the response that I'm looking for, me being the environment, is that they're nice and strong, which is great. The other thing I want to do is when I show them a pair of parallel lines disrupts their ability to fixate. And so in that moment, that information in some sense is incongruent. And as a consequence, be strong, Jack, be strong. It inhibits his ability to create a reflex. Now that's wonderful information because now I can say that we can both see that the reflex is intact, he's strong and the joint is stable, but also I can inhibit the reflex. And that tells me that the nervous system is happy to allow the muscle to relax. Why would that be good information to know? Well, if I find a muscle, and I found one earlier here, rotate out for me as much as you can, Jack, and I'm going to push you in. Okay, beautifully strong. I might conclude that that's normal. But then when I show him parallel lines, strong for me, he remains strong. And so what that means is I'm giving his central nervous system, in some sense, a command, relax. But some information from his hip is saying, no, I'm not going to do that because there's a problem. And so I'm going to override the natural inclination to relax to tighten up the muscles to protect me. And so what that means is I know that that muscle will be chronically tight always. And so in clinic, as a therapist and a practitioner, what I might seek to do is stretch out this muscle, the piriformis, okay? And a common one would be an adapted pigeon stretch. So I bring the hip over to this side, and I would rotate it in. Big stretch. Can you feel that, Jack? Nice deep breath in, and all the way out. I'm going to go even harder now, Jack. Nice deep breath in, and all the way out. Now, I haven't done this with Jack before, so he doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, but I'll show him. And I'm going to bring this all the way out. Hold that there for me. Strong. And it relaxes immediately. Okay, strong for me. You see, no strength there at all. And that is how stretching works. It causes a reflexogenic relaxation of the muscle. And so whenever you stretch a muscle, it will cause relaxation of muscle, which is fantastic, which is what we're after. Leg up for me. And how long will that last? Hold that there for me. It lasts all the time that Jack is on the bench. It works beautifully. That's why stretching and massage is a beautiful treatment. And it will feel better. The tone in the muscle will feel better. The problem is, stand up for me, Jack. Do a couple of squats for me. That's enough. 2 squats is fine. Rotate here. Super strong if you can. It's back to being strong. Okay, maybe that's okay. Now I'm going to show him parallel lines. Super strong for me. And it's gotten back to being hypertoned. So the treatment, the massaging, the pin and stretch, the stretching of its own, only works as long as you don't use muscle. You don't threaten that area again. The moment you threaten the area again, immediately the problem comes back. So in PDTR, what we learn to know is we learn to identify the source of the problem, which we know is in the pubofemoral area. We need a reflex to normalize a reflex. Strong, which is what we want. Be strong for me. It relaxes in the way that we want, but the key difference is and lie it back. Strong, which is what we want. Look in the parallel lines. But now can relax beautifully and will stay like that because you've changed the way the nervous system needs to react to threat rather than temporarily overriding the need to be tight. Remember, you can stretch any joint. Strong, relax, big stretch, and it will temporarily relax anything, but it is only temporary.
Would you like to learn more about PDTR? Would you like to be able to do what Steven does? Sign up for one of our courses here in this link.